So, you clicked on this video for a starter guide from your boy Weezy? Well, you done clicked the right video. Well, I hope so. What's good, peeps? And we're back on Beast 4, the game based off Kaiju, no number 8. Yes, that's what it's called. Now, we're basically, again, it's starter guide, so we're gonna go through everything that you need to know about this game, as the game is freshly new. So I'm basically just gonna be going through it, you know, pretty quickly, and just basically giving you as much information as I possibly can as a person who's played the game obviously quite a bit. Before we start off, I'm gonna make these into brackets. So when you click on this video, once this is fully done, right, you're gonna see each bracket. You're gonna see NPCs. You're gonna see this. You can click on whatever you want to if you need to know and understand how these things work, right? Now I don't know how everything works, but I do know some things. All right, so let me shut up and let me begin. So first off, do not worry about any of these NPCs right over here, right? These NPCs do not do anything for right now. Don't worry about it, right? The only NPCs you need to worry about is that one over there and that one over there. And wait, and that one, I think. So yeah. So now let's talk about the NPCs to get it started, right? So for our first NPC, since he's right here, we have the Armory, Shop, and Equipment. You talk to him, and basically this is how you get all your weapons. Pretty much, right? You have the pistol, basic firearm, your blade, dual axe, assault rifle, shotgun, axe, dual blades, and you have your sniper. Of course, all doing different things, all doing different damage. I don't actually have some of these or all of these, but like, you know, that's pretty much the weapons in the game, right? They did just release some game passes that have like exclusive limited weapons, but you know, whatever. And then you have your crafting feature in this. Now, for right now, the only thing you really need to worry about is the beast head. That's for in the future. You don't need to worry about it right now. As a starter, this is for, you know, spoiler alert, this is for number 10. This is how you're gonna need this to get number 10 Kaiju, right? I said Spore, I don't think you need to worry about this or anything like that. Don't even worry about these right now, right? And then you have your gears. This is basically how do you select and change your equipment. So right here you got your melee, bada bing bada boom. It shows you every single one of your melee weapons that you have. And you just click on this, you equip, right? And then you have your gun, assault rifles, right? Assault rifle, sniper, pistol, etc. Switch between it. And then your ultimated, which is basically your Kaiju. It's your Kaiju. And the Kaiju is this right here, the V key. Everybody has it when they start off. Everybody's gonna have number 8 when they start off. These you have to unlock by certain ways, which we'll talk about obviously later in the starter guide. So that is pretty much it for this NPC. Next NPC we have this Slade Exchange. This one, honestly, you don't need to worry about this. I played the whole game. This is useless. So basically what this does is, is basically, this Slade Exchange is gonna say, do you want to exchange 50 Slade points and 50,000 yen, which is crazy, by the way, for 1 V-set. Now I look at this NPC and I go, are you stupid? Like, come on, bro. You know I'm just playing, right, shawty? You can literally do the combat arena and get 3 with such ease. It's crazy. And you gotta do all this for just 1 B-sale? Yeah, alright. Don't even worry about this for right now, guys. This is useful. And then for our next NPC, we have the Division and Beast Expert. This is a very, very important NPC. This is gonna be your move set, right? Now the move set here is this. These 3 skills are going to be a moveset. Now, every single one, these are crests, is what they're called. There's certain divisions, right? So you got Uncommon Private Division, Uncommon Rookie, Rare Hibino, Rare Ichikawa, Rare Katten Division. And then right now I'm in Narumi Division. This is the Epic, right? Epic, as you see here, you can see the rates. Epic 10%. Then you have Hoshina, Legendary Ashino, and Legendary Shinomiya, right? And then these exotics, basically when you roll these, they're Kaijus, or Kaijus. Yeah, Kaijus. Kaijus. Hopefully I said that right. Basically, when you actually roll these, you just gotta check that inventory dude over there, that armory, and then you just go to the ultimated thing that I showed you earlier, and then you could just go and select it, and then boom. Simple as that. So these aren't like movesets, they just Kaijus. You know, your transformations, right, that you can unlock. And by the way, the best crest is Shinomiya, whatever. This is the best crest, by the way. Just want y'all to know so they don't roll it off. It's better. It's the best crest in the game for right now. That's that. And for epic, honestly, it goes hand in hand. I like Narumi. And for rare, I'd say Ichikawa is the best. And for these, they're both garbage. And then you obviously spend these for 3 beast cells, which are these, right? Which you can gain from Combat Arena, or finishing Combat Arena. Alright, and then the next NPC, our last one, is going to be the Promotion Commander. Now he's... Oh, my goodness. Oh, this sucks. I can't talk to him because I'm max rank, which is general. But basically, you're going to want to talk to him, and then he's going to be like, do you have this many kills, right? So, for example, when you start off as a sweeper, a normie, he's going to ask you to kill, I think, 10 plus slay points, right? Which are this right here, slay points. Basically, that means beast kills. That means how many beast kills you've got total. And then when you have that certain amount he asks for, you go and talk to him, and then you just click yes, I have this many, and then boom, you rank up. It's really that simple. Now, ranking up, I don't know if it does anything except for unlock like future weapons that you can get, like, because there's some things have requirements for them. So you're going to need to have like a higher rank for certain Kaijus and probably weapons in the future, right? And as you get higher in rank, some are going to require you to have item drops, like monster drops and stuff like that, which we'll talk about those later, right? So that's pretty much it for all the NPCs, everything you need to know about these NPCs right here, all the important NPCs in the game, right? Look at this man, Starkey. Now we're going to be talking about the combat zone, right? So basically, this is the combat zone, the fist dude. You're ready to face those beasts. Make sure you have your equipment ready, and then you just click enter combat. When you enter the combat in this combat zone, it's going to spawn you in random certain locations. Now, they have set locations they spawn you in at all times. Like, you either spawn here, which is where I just spawned, or you're going to spawn near the exit, and stuff like that, right? And basically, in the combat area, or combat zone, you're going to find these beasts right here. All kinds of beasts, different beasts around the map. Now, one thing I do recommend when playing this game, because it's dark as a... You know what I'm saying? It's very dark. I recommend you put it on low graphic mode because it makes it a bit easier to see where you're going. You may not like it, but it makes it a tad bit easier to see, because I don't know what these devs were cooking, but dude, it is literally pitch black. It's crazy. But anyways, in the combat zone, you're gonna find all kinds of NPCs. There's gonna be certain quests. We'll talk about that later. Or should I just talk about it right now? No, let's talk about that right now. Right? Why not? That leaves me not having to do certain things. In the combat zone, not only are you going to find NPCs that you can fight and everything like that, or, you know, beasts, there's also going to be some quests. So this quest over here is recovering the package quest. I get this quest, and basically it's going to ask you to recover the package without being interrupted. Now, basically, you go over here, and you basically just stand at this... Hold on, I'm stuck. This is crazy. You're basically going to want to stand over here, around this NPC, right? And then there's gonna, like, at 10-20%, they're gonna spawn like some beast, and you're gonna kill it, and then you just, you get it. You just keep killing them, make sure he doesn't get interrupted, and then boom. When you complete this quest, you will get like weapon drops, like weapon item drops. And by item drops, if you go over here to your player profile, right, and go to what is it? Inventory. Right here, you're gonna get drops like weapon parts and blueprints and weapon scraps, which right now have no use, but in the future, in a new update, which I think is coming pretty soon, you're going to need these blueprints and stuff like that. So that's what they drop from these quests, is you get like weapon blueprints and stuff like that. So yeah, so that. And you'll obviously get money as well. You'll get money yen from completing these quests. Also, for the combat zone as well, you have the target and fortitude. When you enter this, or enter the combat zone, right, you're going to have to get this target at 10, this fortitude to 10, and then once you get this to 10, it will light up green. Hold on, let me show you an example, right? Alright, so now that I've killed 10 and I have 10 fortitude, it's going to pop green and say find the exit and extract to get the beast cell. So, for one thing I do recommend, for people who always, like, say you have bad direction issues, or you just suck at direction, I'll give you one thing you should always do. If you're wanting to understand how to leave, it kind of highlights it, or there's a highlighter for some reason over there, but you basically want to go to this area, right? This area is very easy to spot, very easy to like know where it's at. This is a very big area, right? So what I do is that when I'm exiting, or back when I started off, I would go to this big area because it's one of the most noticeable areas because it has these fences and everything. And then basically, when you're at this area, and you know you're at this area when you see all this and all that, these big fences all everywhere, whatnot, and all these quests around here, the exit is just going to be past this, right? Past this, once you know this, once you find this area, which isn't hard to find, very easy to find. And then the exit is going to be just over here. Almost fell through the map. That's great. Hey devs, there's a bug. So the exit is going to be just right here. And how the exit works for the combat zone is that basically once you have this, of course, you say, how are you? You want to get out of here. Then you'll have to stay still for 10 seconds. And you have to make sure no enemies hit you. So basically you just got to stay still for 10 seconds and not get hit. If you get hit, it's going to say failed. And you basically just don't get distracted. But you can just retry, no worries. Just kill the enemies and you'll be fine, right? And yeah, obviously I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so basically, the more targets you kill doesn't really change anything. Like you can kill a lot of targets, it's not going to give you extra. But yeah, so when you do exit this, you can get beast sales, which is 3, the maximum is 3. And you can get item drop. It is random, but the item drops you can get are listed as this. You can get beast tails, spores, beast heart, fangs, eyes, core, and arms. I think I'm missing one thing, but I'm not sure. And also in the combat zone, there is this. This I don't recommend until end game or mid game because it's very risky. I've been lucky and I haven't lost anything crazy from it. But basically this is Slayer mode. Again, this is Slayer mode. Slayer mode gives you extra drops of yen and higher tier items, but if you die, it will lower your beast count. So far that I've noticed, every time I died, I've only lost about 10 or 15 total from this. So it doesn't take much away, but maybe I'm just lucky. And then you can also lose like items and stuff like that. I've lost some items too, like, you know, monster drops and stuff. And then weapons, which I haven't lost a weapon yet, fortunately, from this. But yeah, just be aware of this. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And it also gives you like 2 extra kills. So basically when you have Slayer mode inactive or active, when you kill something, instead of 1 kill, you're gonna get 2. So it's very good for grinding kills. Like when you're at this high level, it's very good for grinding kills. And yeah, and when you exit, you're gonna get 2 the drops instead of 1. So basically if you didn't have Slayer mode on and you exit this, you would only get 1 drop of the item. So say if I exited this and I got tails without Slayer mode, I just get 1. With Slayer mode, I get 2 instead of 1. Simple as that. So that's pretty much it for the overall combat zone, everything you need to know about the combat zone, right? Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention about the combat zone is that there's these loot boxes that you can find around the map. Now these loot boxes are very helpful, very helpful, right? As like, basically, sometimes it will show you like it kind of, sometimes it like messes up a bit, but it will show you like ammo, like around, if you look on the map, around the map, there may be like a loot box that's gonna pop up ammo. It seems like an ammo text, and you can see it if you look around. But sometimes it doesn't show that. But basically what these do is that when you loot, you have to wait 5 seconds. But if you loot these, hold on. You loot it. Hold on, let me loot it. There we go. So if you loot this, it will give you ammo back, right, for your weapon. And also, it will give you status effects. So see how the weapon now fires electrical elemental damage. Now, these status effects are literally key to getting crazy damage. These status effects are crazy. Like, and then you have shielding with beef's core, and then I have like what is this? Players can restore the weapon's magazine. Basically just means if you're out of ammo, you can just get another mag and whatnot. Simple as that. And then you can also get more if you just keep looting it, but you gotta obviously wait a certain amount of time. See how I just changed it to ice? And basically how these status effects work is just simple. You see how I have an ice effect now. I do like a bit more damage now. Simple as that. Now let's get to explaining the stats in this game. Now the stats in this game aren't just like, you know, putting stat points in it when you level up. How the stats work in this game, you go over here, right? How stats work in this game, right, is different. So basically how this works, right, is it'll tell you what you need to do to level up the stat, And you see how it says for strength, you need to defeat an enemy with a melee attack. Simple as that, just defeat enemy with melee, right? And the higher up this number gets, the less chance you have to level it up. So basically every time I kill something, I have a 1.3% chance for this to go from 37 to 38. And obviously as it goes up, I do more damage, as it says right here. Agility, these are all the same. It's just obviously this says for agility, you have to defeat an enemy with a ranged weapon, 7.1% chance. That's because I only have it at level 7, so it's not as low as this one, because it's at 37, right? You get me? This is what you need to do. Endurance, take damage from an enemy, it's maxed out, max is 40. This is what this does. So, intellect, defeat an enemy skill with combat power more than 50%. So basically how this works is you need to have this bar right here. You're gonna need have this bar above 50% and just kill NPCs or kill beast. As long as you have it above 50%, you'll be fine. It'll go up. Simple as that, right? You just need to have this above 50%. And yeah, that's pretty much the stats. And while we're here, let's just talk about everything else. You got the shop. You have your settings, which you turn on your mute, everything like that. This is how you redeem your codes, and then your inventory, all that. You know about the inventory. And yeah, so that's pretty much the stats and how they work in this game. So now let's get to talking about the beast in the combat zone, right? Just the overall beast. Now, there's different types of beasts. There is the Spore Walker Elite. There is the Spore Walker normal ones. There is the big mushroom dudes. They're kind of glitched right now, but they're called like the Ferritos. I don't know how, Ferritos or something like that. They're like the big mushroom dudes. And there is like the combat soldiers. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are at. I think they're somewhere around the map. Now, around the whole map, they all have their own certain spawn locations. See over here. So this is the big dude I was just talking about, the mushroom dude, the Pheneropolis. And basically, with these beasts, they have these numbers on them. You're probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, let me show you. Let me tell you. AS means anti-skill, basically meaning that if you use a skill against them, it's not going to do as much damage that if you use the melee attack or whatnot, right? So that's what that means. AS means, you know, anti-skill. Now I'll pop it up on the screen here, basically showing you what these all mean instead for me having to explain it. Makes it a bit easier. So I'll pop it up on the screen here from the Trello on what they all mean. And yeah, that's pretty much that. The combat, so they all have like different movesets. Like this one, this dude, he can grab you and stuff like that. The combat soldiers, I forgot what they do. Are they over here? I think they're over here. Okay, so this is Spore Walker Elite. Basically, he's just more tankier than a normal Spore Walker. That's not elite. He's just more tankier and like, you see how he has the ice effect on him? Yeah, so they might have an ice effect on him. This is the rogue unit I was talking about. It's an AM, means anti-melee, means I won't do as much damage if I melee him. Same as a elite. So they're grappling me right now. Crazy. Get off me! Get off me! Get! I said, get! Golly, this dude is so tanky. That's what I'm saying. They're very tanky. That's pretty much that for like the beast and everything about them. Simple as that, right? Now let's talk about our weaponry / moveset, right? So for weaponry, for me, I have this. This is like one of the Game Pass weapons, limited weapons. Then I have my assault rifle. Now obviously there is other weapons, but whatnot. And then you have your moveset, which is this: stab and strikes, slashes, burn and slash. As you can see here for Narumi, this is his moveset. So for my weaponry, which is one of the Game Pass items, it has a skill. Now some weapons have an M2 skill. Now basically how that works for this one, after 5 hits, if I click M2, it does this, right? It does a skill. After I click it and then I click M2, it does a skill. Then for assault rifle, right? Simple as that, it's ranged. This is what it looks like. Simple as that, right? Now for this one, it does. I recommend ranged for like building up your bar. Like ranged weapons and ranged stuff builds up your bar very fast, by the way. Then boom, once this goes down, you click it again. Once that goes to 0, and then we'll just reload. That. Right, so that's the weapon, the ranged. And then for movesets, simple. Just click ER. Boom, boom. Now some movesets like that, you see all that? I think that does like a flame effect on it. But yeah, this is my moveset. This is Narumi, the epic one. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Dash, all that. And then you have the syringes, which these basically give you, I think, about 40% health back every time you use them. You have a total of 3. Now, again, the loot boxes, which I talked about earlier, if you grab one of those loot boxes, you can refill, and you get 1 every loot box. So every time you loot a loot box, you're going to get 1 of these syringes. These are game-changing. They can help you when you're about to die in the Slayer mode or stuff like that. So yeah, that is pretty much your weaponry, everything that you need to know about that. And yeah. Hold on, let me test out some weapons real quick for y'all, just to show y'all something, you know, show y'all a little bit more information. So for my next ranged weaponry, I have the sniper. For y'all who are wondering if you want to buy it, it's 25,000, and this is what it looks like. Simple as that. Boom. The range on it, for me, is 76.5 damage, right? For me, this is what the range looks like for it. Boom, boom, boom. That is a sniper. Then we have the pistol range, right? Boom, boom, 28 damage. This really does suck. Only costs like 100, 500. This is the pistol, and this is the shotgun. Bada bing, boom. Close range, 31.5. So this is the dual blades. Pretty fast. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, that's pretty much it for weaponry. Obviously, there's more, but I'll let y'all explore that by yourselves, right? I just want to give y'all a little taste of certain weapons, right, from the weaponry. And yeah, that's that. Now let's get on to the topic of Slayer points. Now, obviously, we talked about them earlier, but now I'm going to get more in depth. This is this whole new thing, Slayer points. So, for people who want a bunch of kills, first off, once you get to a certain point and you're confident, I would recommend you immediately try Slayer mode. This gives you, again, 2 more kills. You know, instead of 1, it's 2. So that's obviously one thing you're going to want to put on. And I recommend going to these dudes right here, right? Or just any NPC or beast that's like has 2 together and they spawn really quickly. So for example, right? I kill this dude, right? He's dead. I kill this dude, dead. And then look how quickly they spawn. Look at that, boom. And now imagine this with like the Slayer mode. I'm gonna get like, see, I'm only getting like 1 kill now, right? Only getting 1 kill. But with the Slayer mode, I'll be getting 2. Now after like 1 or 2 hours, like I'm a cute beam, you can get it probably like, if you're very like high level anyways, and you can kill these dudes quickly, you can get about like 500 plus, maybe 1,000 kills, right? So yeah, when you're grinding for Slayer points, I would recommend just killing these dudes over here in 2. Or there's also another area that you can go to. It's pretty close to this area actually, that has 2. But basically, I just recommend finding like 2 pairs that are like this close together, and then just keep killing them because they spawn really, really quickly. Right now, this area you can actually find because when you actually spawn in the combat zone, it can spawn you right here, right, as one of its locations, and then you know you can find these dudes, right? But if you can't find them off that, basically just know they're near the parking lot area. So this area, which is like one of the very noticeable area, this parking lot area, and it's going to be like straight down here and whatnot, near like this quest that you see right there, right, and all that. It's going to be over here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Slayer points. Basically, you just want to grind those 2 or any 2 that are very close together because they spawn really, really quickly, and it's a very quick way to rack up your Slayer points, in my opinion, because you don't have to run so far. You can just wait, boom, kill, and if you have Slayer mode activated, oh, you're golden, you're good. That's how I got. How do you think I got the general and everything like that and got all this from doing this method? So yeah, that is pretty much Slayer points, and yeah. So now finally we have our Kaijus. Now there's 3 Kaijus in the game: number 8, number 9, and number 10. I think we already talked about them earlier on. And basically, to transform into these dudes, you want to have this bar, your blue bar, into 100%, and then boom. So is that you transform into them, and then boom. Now your number 8, which you start off with, will be green. Mine's red because when you get to general rank, it turns red. For right now, it's just a cosmetic that changes your color and everything like that. Now, when you do transform into these Kaijus, you get a whole new moveset. Like for number 8, you get number 8's punch, you get barrage, which you have to find a close-up target, and stuff like that, right? So that is number 8, and yeah, and you have berserk move as well, which you can't. To use this move, you need to fill this bar up to 100%, and basically after you use these like ultimate moves, it will get rid of your you will de-transform, and you will have to build the bar up again to obviously transform again. So that's pretty much how Kaijus work. And let me show you in case y'all like 9 and 10. Those are late game type things, but I'll still show it. Anyways, this is number 9. He also has his own move set. Boom, boom, boom. Shield, which shields you from like attacks, every single attack, and then his minion, and then Wraith, his ultimate move. Minion, summons a minion. Now to get this, right, you can either craft it from that dude over there. You see that dude over there? He's gonna ask you for monster drops, basically these right here, beast cores, everything like that. He can ask you, I know you're gonna need at least 8 beast fangs, right, for it, and obviously more. And then I think that's it. I think you just need to have all those, and then you can get it. But there's also an easy way to get it, right? Instead of having to get all those drops, which you're gonna have to find mysterious larvae. Now I don't know where they spawn. I think they spawn. I remember seeing one near like that one area that's near like that one area I told you about. That's like that you can easily, that leads to the exit basically. Near that area. I don't know the locations for them, but basically you want to find them and get it down to 20% HP. Get the larvae down to 20% HP. And then you want it to grab you, right? And when that happens, you have a 3% chance to get number 9. Basically, if you survive, you get number 9. You have a 3% chance though, and that's that, right? Or you can obviously roll it from the Division Beast Expert, right? And you'll get it as that way. Next up, we have our number 10 Kaiju. Boom. Now this is number 10. He got his move set, everything. Now he has like life force steal. Like every single one of his moves like gives you life force when you hit somebody with it, of course. And now to get him, basically, you want to talk to this, you can either roll it, right? Just like number 9, or you talk to Hoshi. You talk to him, he says this, and it's going to ask you to collect 1 beast core, beast head, beast tail, beast arm 2, beast heart, and you're also going to need 550 kills, right? And you also need to be captain level. So this is like a mid to end game type thing to get. So yeah, that's pretty much all for the Kaijus on the part. Everything you need to know about them. So now, since we're near a boss, let's get on to the topic of bosses. Now there is a total of 2 bosses in the game, number 10 and number 9. These bosses will only spawn when somebody reaches 10 fortitude. You see how it says here in the server? Odd Kidnap accidentally summoned number 10 with max fortitude. So again, when you get max fortitude, right, or which is this, 10 fortitude, right, these will spawn. Now when it comes to these bosses, they can spawn, like, I don't really know, their spawn locations, I don't know if they're random or not, but as you see here, this is number 10, he has 30,000 HP. See, this captain dude is kind of cooking him right now. Golly, he is cooking him. So this is number 10 is what he looks like. Overall, when it comes to fighting these bosses, they're not, if you get to a certain level, it's not that hard. I say you can fight bosses once you're captain and above, you have a chance to actually fight these bosses in solo world, right? If I had to say so myself. Like captain above, you can actually solo bosses with like the right equipment and like right stuff, right? So, yeah, and then there's number 9, which only 1 boss spawns at a time. So like number 10 will spawn and then number 9 will spawn, you know what I'm saying? And if you actually don't kill these dudes fast enough, or if you just leave them alone and nobody attacks them, they will run away. It'll have like a text thing saying the boss has like number 10 has run away, and so he will leave if you don't attack him in a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? They will just leave and go. So yeah, I would wait for number 9, but like number 9 is the same as number 10. It's just he has 25,000 HP and stuff like that. And these bosses, they can drop Slayer points, 5 Slayer points, and they have a chance to drop like item monster drops and stuff like that. So yeah, that is bosses in the game 2 for right now. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this guide for all y'all beginners out there who's want to start off in this game. Now I don't know if I've missed something. If I did, I know it has to be something small, because I don't know, I just feel like if I did miss something, let me know in the comments, because again, I want to make this guide as good as possible. So yeah, I just try to make sure I got everything and as much as I possibly can. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love y'all, and I hope this guide has helped. And yeah, Weezy out, and goodbye. Peace.